teenagers over the age of 18, so basically 18-year-olds.
Like, there's nobody, bro. Whenever it, like, just think about a dude saying, I want to go around picking up fresh 18-year-old girls and I want to have contact with them. Is that not weird? Nobody sees an issue with that. Yo, welcome back to the room, back at another video. Today we're gonna be reacting to She's Facing 15 Years in Jail for OF Content by Maury. Before we get to this video, make sure to sub, like the video, and comment if you like it. Let's get straight into it.
So we got an interesting story here. Star Bonnie Blue faces up to
bro. And before we get this started, bro, thank God something happened to her, bro. You know, this shows there's still some good in the world, man. There's still some good in the world.
15 years in jail.
Whoa. Go ahead and sub before I do something I don't want to.
Being detained over bus stunt in Bali. And guys, Bali is located in Indonesia, and Indonesia is an Asian country. And another thing people don't realize is that Indonesia is a Muslim country. I believe like the largest Muslim country in the world, or if not.
Bro, she went to a Muslim country and tried to start trolling and playing in their face. Get him out of here. Get him out of here, bro.
The most densely populated in general. And over there, they take their laws pretty seriously when it comes to filming X-rated content, of which this young lady, she's 25 by the way, hard to believe she's actually Gen Z.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, when I learned she was 26, does this look like a 26-year-old to you, bro? Like, that's tragic, man.
But
I ain't
she
gonna lie.
decided to callously and coldly disregard the law in that Muslim country, and now she's facing the consequences of her actions.
British star Bonnie Blue could face up to 15 years in prison following her shock arrest in Bali last week. But legal experts have warned of her likely true fate. Experts say the controversial model will probably face deportation and a lifelong ban from entering Indonesia and could be detained until...
Bro, she's 26? Dog, like, I'm not even trying to be disrespectful or nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like, but bro, if you're a human being, you could look at that and you could tell me, like, bro, that's shocking to you. Like,
till January or February next year.
And guys, I just gotta say, you already understand the laws of Muslim countries, right? If you're going to a Muslim country, you all already understand that they have specific faiths and beliefs in Islam, and in the Quran, I believe, is the book that they read from. They have certain tenets and principles. Why would you then go to a Muslim country on vacation and on, you know, business?
And bring a bang bus to a Muslim country? What did you think was gonna happen, dog? You thought they were just gonna let you slide because you're Bonnie Blue? Like, let's be honest, bro. Like, she was,
because she does what she does. By the way, she's the same girl who slept with like over 1,000 guys in one day. Remember that video I made? Not sure if it's still up or not. And then by the end of it, everybody was sick, like literally physically sick. The cameraman was disgusted. She was crying. People were asking if she was okay. It was a whole mess. But I just gotta say, why would you risk 15 years in jail or prison in an Indonesian prison? We all already know that how Thailand's prisons are and a lot of other Asian prisons are. Why would you risk that? Because you wanted to get a train ran on you by 15 different guys in a Muslim country of which you knew could risk your freedom. I just, like, is the money really that worth it?
The adult star, who's 26.
like, bro, you went to a whole Muslim country just to get a train ran on you. Like, what is wrong with you, bro? Like, I don't know, bro. Like, what is wrong with her,
was hauled
dog?
into custody alongside 17 male tourists between the ages of 19 and 40 years old for allegedly making pornographic material, which is bad.
Bro, look at them hiding their face. Look how embarrassed they are, man. If you knew you was gonna be embarrassed of it, why even do it in the first place, dog?
By Indonesia's strict morality laws. Her trip to Bali was advertised on her social media as a chance for young Australians on graduation celebrations, known as schoolies, to meet her as part of her bus tour.
What? You're telling me the participants of this bus tour are called schoolies? And apparently, according to Google, schoolies is a popular Australian tradition where year 12 high school graduates, which are basically seniors here, celebrate the end of their exams with week-long holidays, often involving parties, festivals, and travels to destinations like the Gold Coast, Byron Bay, Fiji, or Bali. And for these, I guess, high school seniors who were 18. She invited them to Bali for them to do what they were doing to her while still being technically in high school. That's crazy work, I'm not gonna lie. But of course,
bro, and what makes it worse, right, is she knew they were barely legal. She stated multiple times that she, you know what I'm saying, she enjoys the fact that they're barely legal. And does nobody see an issue with that? Bro, a 26-year-old lady is saying that she wants to frolicate with, you know what I'm saying, with people who are barely legal, and this is what she likes doing. Nobody sees an issue with that? Like, I don't know if I'm tripping.
The New York Post, they say police in Bali have yet to release additional information following the arrest last week of controversial OnlyFans model Bonnie Blue and 17 male tourists, including 15 Australians who have since been released on suspicion of breaching Indonesia's strict anti-pornography laws. If prosecuted and found guilty under the law, Blue, whose real name is Tia Billinger, and who gained fame for having adult contact with 1,057 men in 12 hours in a documentary about her career, faces up to 15 years imprisonment in Indonesia and fines up to 6 billion rupiah, I believe, which is their currency, approximately $541,000 converted into USD, which are the maximum penalties. A large cache of items including professional video cameras, mountains of contraceptives, and erectile dysfunction drugs, which is for the male organ. To get it up, a small blue light pickup truck with the words, and I quote, Bonnie Blue's Bang Bus painted across the front and side, in addition to the content creator's own Instagram account in which she can be seen soliciting school-age teenagers over the age of 18, so basically 18-year-olds.
Like, there's nobody, bro, whenever it, like, just think about a dude saying, I want to go around picking up fresh 18-year-old girls and I want to have contact with them. Is that not weird? Nobody sees an issue with that? Like, I don't know, dog.
Possibly 19-year-olds if you stay back a grade for rated content activities.
Nah, don't get me wrong. I know obviously like everybody thinks she's weird. But like, I remember seeing like this video where this girl was like saying like, oh, dudes don't like Bonnie. Bro, you know, the craziest part is she's a mirror, a direct mirror to like some women in this generation, bro. I'm gonna keep it a beam, bro. She a direct mirror to what everybody else doing. She's just putting in everybody's faces, you know what I'm saying?
Were seized by police in Bali following a tip from a concerned citizen or citizens. So multiple people were under the suspicion that Bonnie Blue was there for nefarious purposes and reported them under their law to the authorities and said, yeah, you're not doing that here in our country. Fuck all that. Seems as though that a couple of Indonesian citizens may have known who she was and, you know, was not going to let that fly in their community. And here's a snap photo of Bonnie Blue, aka Tila Dillinger, doing shots with schoolies in Bali. And guys, before anybody in the comment section is confused, obviously in different countries and different cultures, the age of drinking or the age of consent will be different than that of the laws here in America. Obviously 21 here in America, but go up to Canada, 18, I believe Mexico, 18. Pretty much the rest of the world, it's like 16 to 18. And America is kind of, in terms of our age of majority, way behind everyone else. I believe decades ago, it used to be 18 here as well, but Americans for some reason couldn't handle their liquor. And yeah, politicians voted to increase.
I ain't gonna lie, I think it's a good thing they increased that drinking limit, bro. You know what I'm saying? At least future alcoholics are being held from it for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? They get 3 years of maturing before. I mean, let's be real. If you want to drink, you're drinking. 18 or below.
The age of majority to 21 for drinking and 18 federally for everything else. So I say all that to say that everything that she did with these young men is completely legal according to Australian law and Indonesian law, aside from filming the content that she was trying to film. However, aside from that segue, back to the article, they say, but according to Philo Delano, a managing partner at the PNB Immigration, a law firm in Jakarta specializing in helping foreigners deal with the Indonesian immigration and legal matters, if found guilty, they say Blue will probably probably be deported and banned from ever entering Indonesia again, meaning she can't go back to Bali, rather than prosecuted in prison, because it would probably cost them more money. They don't want her in her country. They don't want her in their country, obviously. It's not worth it. And here we can see a massive bus rounding up all the young men into the back of the truck, bringing them away. The photo looks kind of weird. I don't know why it looks kind of AI-ish, but I'm just going to assume distortion, maybe some upscaling issues here. But yeah, man, I mean, obviously any young man is going to take the chance. If they're already, you know, in a dry spell, they're not going to pass up the chance to get some free, how should I say this? Actually, I don't think
Free play,
Credible
bro.
One said she'll be crying and begging the State Department.
But like, let me know your opinions down in the comments below. If you like the video, make sure to comment, sub, like, feel like it. Peace.